The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus entered a village where a woman whose name was Martha welcomed him. She had a sister named Mary who sat beside the Lord at his feet, listening to him speak. Martha, burdened with much serving, came to him and said, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me by myself to do the serving? Tell her to help me." The Lord said to her in reply, "Martha, Martha, you are anxious and worried about many things. There is need of only one thing. Mary has chosen the better part, and I will not take it from her." The Gospel of the Lord. Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me by myself to do her serving? Tell her to help me. Martha, Martha, you are anxious and worried about many things. There's need of only one thing. Mary has chosen the better part, and it will not be taken from her. In this brief but powerful account, we are reminded of the importance of not just doing things for the Lord, but also being with him. Martha, she's busy, working quite hard. She's caring for Jesus, preparing things for his comfort and well-being. That's what the women did back then. They're beautiful acts of service. She represents those who serve with love, those who serve with generosity. Yet she becomes distracted, overwhelmed by the many things she's trying to manage. In her frustration, she even turns to Jesus and asks him to intervene on her behalf. Mary, on the other hand, she's doing what the woman didn't do back in those days. She's sitting at the feet of Jesus. She's listening to his words. She is present to him. She's focused on him. She's open to him. And so Jesus responds to Martha, not with a harsh judgment, but with an invitation to a deeper understanding. Martha, Martha, you are anxious and worried about many things. There is need of only one thing. Mary has chosen the better part, and it will not be taken from her. Now, this is something that's worth reflecting. How often do we find ourselves becoming like Martha, even when we come to Mass on Sunday? We might arrive at church with our minds occupied, thinking about the tasks that we have to do when Mass is over, maybe checking our phones, worried about appointments we have during the week, maybe doctor's appointments. We're focusing on whether things in the liturgy at the Mass are going exactly the way we think they should go. Sometimes we even get frustrated when things don't go as we expect them to, or when others don't participate the way we think that they should. In moments such as these, we're physically present, but we're spiritually distracted. Like Martha, we're doing good things. We're coming to church today. It's a good thing. But we might miss the quiet presence of Christ, calling us to simply sit with him, to listen, to rest in his word. Mary reminds us that our time with the Lord is the most important part of the week. When we come to Mass, we are invited to do more than just go through the motions. We're invited to encounter Christ personally, to open our hearts to his voice in the readings, to open our hearts to the homily that's being shared with us, to open ourselves to the Eucharist. We really realize what's happening as we approach this altar. It's not just a symbol or a sign. It's our God amongst us, receiving his body and his blood, becoming a part of Christ as he enters into us. Now, all this doesn't mean that serving in the church, helping with ministries, or supporting the parish in some way, it's not important. No, it's very important. Absolutely important. But that service must grow out of a heart that first listens and is nourished by the presence of God amongst us. Yet this message, it goes beyond what happens when we come to church. It carries into the rest of the week, into our places of work, into schools, homes, our local communities. We can so easily get caught up in the busyness of life, deadlines that have to be met, family commitments, errands that need done, social obligations, and that constant notification from our devices. All of these things can distract us from the presence of God in our daily lives. And just as Martha was distracted by her many tasks, we too get distracted. So then, how do we live the message of Mary and Martha throughout the week? Perhaps it might just be setting aside about 5 or 10 minutes each day to sit quietly with the Lord in prayer. Maybe it's choosing to pray one of the Psalms from the Old Testament, or to reflect on the gospel passage for the day or for the upcoming Sunday, instead of always constantly just checking the news first thing in the morning. It might mean offering a moment of gratitude for the food that you had before you, or turning out that car radio as you're driving and spend some time talking to God. And not just talking to God, telling him what needs to be done, not just giving God a list of duties for the day, but maybe also listening to him. I've so often preached, heard me say, it's not we who speak to God and God does not hear us, but rather I think it's God who speaks to us and we don't hear God. Being more like Mary doesn't mean we abandon our responsibilities. It means that we let the presence of Christ shape how we carry those responsibilities out. It means remembering that we're not alone in our workload or the worries that we have. We have a Savior who desires to be with us. The Savior desires to go through whatever it is we're going through, not leaving us on our own. And we carry the peace of Christ with us throughout the week. We naturally then bring that peace of Christ to all the lives around us, to everyone that we encounter. Maybe this week, let's strive to be a little more like Mary. Let us put aside the distractions, not only when we come into the church, but also in our everyday moments when God is quietly inviting us to just pause and to listen. Let our service, our actions, and our words be rooted in time spent with the Lord. Maybe the prayer that we can have for us this week is this: Lord, help me to choose the better part. Help me to sit at your feet, to listen attentively, and be transformed by your love, so that all I do may flow from a heart grounded in you.